Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you're doing good. It's been quite a week, hasn't it? If we want to be linear, and we don't want to be, because the time is up. There is no time. No time. I do keep saying that, yet people kind of say, why has it not happened yet? You say it's happened, it's happening, but it hasn't happened yet. And first of all, and I did express this in my last video, yes, I have also been at breaking point, and I do express my frustrations quite frequently. And then I'm also being usually criticized for that, for not being neutral enough. So, you know, everybody sees, understands, and perceives whatever I am sharing through their own filter, through their own ego lens. And yeah, a lot of that is happening right now. So we're here to break through all of this because we are here to reclaim fully all of our power, all of our gifts and abilities. And when we project our unacknowledged shadow aspects onto other people, we literally give our power away instead of sitting with the triggers. You know, the spectators, the fence-sitters. Because I need to address this, because it's been really loud in the field. And, you know, it just takes one person, and this is also for other people to, you know, who do similar work than I do. And it's been especially lately, obviously, over the last, I don't know, especially here, and then it keeps intensifying as the false light is being exposed. Also, obviously, a lot of that stuff is being projected at kind of everyone and anything. Whether it's true or not. And yeah, we need to really, in all ways, shapes, and forms, it doesn't matter where it comes from, hold our truth. And we're not here, and I'm definitely not here to convince anyone, to push my perspective onto anyone. Take it or leave it. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If what I share triggers you too much, I would really choose something else or sit with it. Because that's really the going deeper and deeper within, instead of rejecting and projecting and keep leaving comments. Because it's been a thing that, like, you know, from time to time, and this is really loud in the field, so I need to address this, kind of fans turn into trolls. It's like people who kind of like, oh, you're so great, and let me be very clear here. I do not want any followers, and I've said this many times before. I do not collect sheep. I do not want to be admired. I don't need that at all. I don't need people to tell me I'm great. If you find what I share useful, I do appreciate something like a thank you. That was really helpful. It's really all appreciation, and also the recognition of what I'm sharing here for free, which other people charge a lot of money for. And I've been literally surviving on a few people getting this. And it's another thing also with donations. And thank you so much for the people who do find this useful and then also want to give back energetically, because New Earth is all about reciprocity. Because this is where this ends. It's like when you get things for free and then you still kind of, you know, I don't know. You know, for example, when people give a donation, okay, and I'm sorry, I can't always, not sorry, even though I'm not sorry. I'm not someone who replies back to every donation. I just can't. I really don't like all the, that's why I don't really reply to emails or messages, Messenger, because I just can't work like this. I really try to, you know, it really drains me. It drains my energy. So if I don't reply to your emails, it's nothing personal. I just don't do it. And I've said this frequently, okay? Sometimes I might answer if I feel called, and then I might not in the future, okay? It's just, I can't work like this, and I've shared this many times. Now, anyway, and then there are people who've popped up a few times, but, you know, it's just the really small percentage, but it's just very loud in the field, especially now, as all the inversions and reversals in the consciousness are clearing. But they're trying to, you know, take the ship down in a way, because they're actually panicked, but they're projecting all of their fears and anything that's unresolved within them onto, you know, people like me a lot, obviously, because of what I do. But this is the end of it. Like, we don't take any more crap. So basically, you know, there have been people in the past, and it's happened again, where people are like, yeah, you're great. And then they're like going back to these, you know, it's like kind of a narcissistic kind of love bombing. And it's like, yeah, you're great. And then they're like, yeah, but this is like this and whatever, and starting to kind of have a go at you. And I'm not going to go into details. It happens in all kinds, shapes, and ways and forms. And I'm happy to reply to any comments when I see them. And I can't see and reply to every comment. I just can't deal with that. Okay. I'm doing everything on my own. And people do not have a clue what it takes, what I'm doing here, unless they do it themselves. And the people who are criticizing me, or, you know, invertedly, it doesn't matter how they put it, the energy is there. It doesn't matter what words you use. I read energy. I watch people, I observe. If you think I'm stupid just because I'm good-hearted and I give people a lot of leeway and I like look at the best in people and understand where they're coming from and their trauma and their wounds, but don't project your shit at me. I'm not going to react to it anymore. And if people keep coming at me, yeah, I will block them because I already told them I'm not interacting with this. And I will not. So in the future, if people reverse things on me, they're not even really listening to what I'm saying. And then they take something and invert it. And it's basically their own perception and their own unresolved shadow aspects they're projecting back at me. I will just say in the future, if I even bother reacting, depending on what energy they come from, never mind what words anyone uses, because it's all about energy. Mostly. I might say, I didn't say that. That's your perception. It's an interpretation. And that's a lot, like, it's not my responsibility how you take what I'm sharing, and I don't own you anything. And then people give me also donation. It's not as if like I should be, you know, bowing to them or need to, you know, owe them anything. I mean, that's a thank you for what I've given here already, no? And most people don't bother. They just, you know, project their, again, unacknowledged shadow aspects at me. And that's really, I would be very careful right now, okay? Projecting any kind of negative energy or unresolved stuff at other people will come back at you 1,000-fold. It's basically black magic. You need to hold it in your field. You need to resolve it within your field instead of reacting and trying to drag someone into your mind movie. Okay. And I had my whole life, that's my thing that I have resolved now, people projecting their unresolved shadow aspects at me and making me responsible, not just this life, many other lifetimes, many other lifetimes. And I mentioned this before because it all ties in with the group I'm doing and the call tomorrow on Sunday. Because it's all interconnected with the roles we've been playing and integrating and merging all of our interdimensional selves, and you remembering the roles you played. And right now you have the chance to do everything differently. Because I literally have pulled everybody through for free, okay, for the last 1.5 years. And, you know, there have been a lot of stones thrown at me. And it's just a few that actually speak up. I mean, at least then, you know, it's a little bit more visible and then I can react to it and resolve it a little bit more consciously, but it's always in the field. So it's like the new field, everything is known. It doesn't matter what words you use. This is all between you and source, what you really think, what you really feel. It's the same with false light teachers, preachers, whatever you want to call them, gurus. I mean, they're just holding up to you what you're supposed to be, okay, which is what we're all here supposed to be, is cosmic consciousness embodied. That's what a guru is doing. They're not here to lead you and feed you and tell you this is happening, that's what you should do, this is not what you should do. They're here to empower you. A true guru would be to empower you, and he's really just a vessel, or she, for source to speak through. I'm here to empower people. I don't want followers. And if you don't like what I share, just go somewhere else, quite frankly. I'm not here to explain myself, defend myself ever again. I've done this for many lifetimes. And this is basically going back to Lemurian times and other timelines where I've warned people what is happening, told them what we need to do, they don't do it. And then in the end, it happens, but I want them off, and then they blame me for it. And it's the same as now. It's like, is it all up to me whether ascension is happening or not? Truly? We all won here. So it's the fans that is the spectators who are not doing what I'm doing. Because, yeah, why not? Because they're not confident of what they think and feel and believe in. That's why they don't expose themselves to all this criticism. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of mental, emotional strength, clarity, discipline of handling everything that's been thrown at me all the time. And just a little bit of that really, turns up in a 3D type way, as some people would like to call it. So anyway, so I'm past reacting to all of this. This is the last time I'm going to address this, really. From now on, again, take what resonates, leave the rest, and otherwise just let me get on with it. And you get on with your stuff. Otherwise, do it better if you know better, quite frankly. So, done. We're really done with this because everybody needs to see right now, especially providers of what, kind of health, like, spiritual services, energy healing, all this kind of stuff, coaching, whatever it may be, need to be very aware of this right now. And we need to, in general, just cut down everything, because what these people are doing is really, they want attention. They want me to feed the drama, and I'm just not doing this anymore because it sucks on my energy. I mean, they want, it's just, I'm not going to go into this right now, the whole psychology behind it. It's in the field and it's just been resolved. Again, I don't need to explain this. I'm not here really, I send healing to the people as I understand why they're actually reacting the way they're reacting and what's really behind it. And once we understand that most people's accusations are really self-confessions, we don't take it personally anymore. We just see it, and as we see it, don't feel offended, don't resist it. We just see it, if there's any trigger, because for me, it's just like, it's, I don't owe you anything. What is your problem? You're just bringing your problems to my doorstep. Stop projecting at me. I'm just not doing it anymore, okay? So, and this is also where this stops, because I'm just not reacting to it anymore, and I don't leave an opening, and I will block you, and I'm leaving less and less kind of warnings for that, because the more often you go through this kind of process, the less you're like up for the nonsense and bullshit and have patience for people. And they're either like, right now it's like the time is up, people either get it or I don't get it. I mean, it's fine, everybody's going wherever they need to go, but I'm here for the people who get it, who are invested. And thanks so much for the people who've signed up for the group and the group call tomorrow. So just to clarify, we have 7 places left for the group. So it's an April group. It's basically called, just let me get it right, okay. The Return of the Unseen Grey Lines, the Original Tribes, Ancient Builder Races and Guardians. So it's a group container that basically consists of the call tomorrow, but though it's open for everyone. So the call tomorrow, which is called the Masterclass, Merging and Accessing Multidimensional Realities, because that's happening in a really big way right now. So the call tomorrow is part of this. So you can just take part in the call if you want to, yeah? And maybe get an idea for if you want to take part in the group then. So there's still 7 places left. And in the group, the call is, unlimited. I don't think, it's basically unlimited access for the call. So you can do just a call, or if you like, at some point, if there's still places available, join the group, which is basically the call tomorrow that's included. So you don't need to extra purchase that, so to say. And another call, so a minimum of 2 calls. It probably will be 3 calls. We will see how we go, because we have Easter holidays and I do have my daughter as well. And I want to take some time also to chill out. So anyway, but I will be active, but there might be a week where I will be less active. So anyway, and then I'm also giving a session to each of the participants, which are basically limited to 27 overall. I'm going to go into these numbers in a moment. So 27 is the maximum of the group container, 27 people. And where was I now? Okay, so each one of them gets, towards the end of the month, so really the 3rd, 4th week of April, I will arrange with them a personal session. That's a big commitment for me. That's basically 24, 25 personal sessions that I'm committing to. I said 45 minutes, probably will be now, but if I say now, it will be 1.5, and I can't do that with everyone, okay? Because we will also have a group chat, which will be the main platform where we connect. But I really want us to, again, this is all about merging multidimensional realities, which means what we're still dealing with here when we open our eyes, okay, and still can't quite see the new earth, which is already there. but we need to tune in. And again, we can see less than 1% of the actual light spectrum. Nor are most people, even frequency-wise, tuned into the higher frequency bandwidths, dimensions. So, you know, just focus on multidimensional integration, which is basically you celebrating your triggers, and keep integrating all of your aspects. This is your job, polarity integration. That's ascension in a short form, right? You getting to a stage where you know yourself as one with God. That's where you really know your true self, and it's the only time you really know truth. It's accessible for everyone, but you need to let go of your old false ego self and beliefs and opinions and perceptions and judgments. So I have a lot of discernment. I can come across as, you know, strong of my beliefs. Of course, if I wouldn't be convinced of what I believe in, I wouldn't be sharing it. Okay? And they do get sometimes lost in translation because, again, words bring in separation. They are polarizing by nature. You, me, them, us, past, present, future. Everything is in pairs, opposites. It's linear. It creates dogmatism, polarization, all of that stuff, okay? So you need to decide if you want to stay in 3D and keep going on about time and when it's going to happen, or you merge with your eternal self, which is at one with God and who's no longer a spectator, but who's busy making it happen. And then you really have no one to blame, you know? But you see where like people are not really pulling their weight and projecting that stuff onto you. And it's okay to call that out. It's not all right to do this anymore. And basically now as karma is resolved, it's an instant feedback. Whatever you send out comes straight back. Because we all now have sovereign energy fields, especially the ones who've done the work. And no longer let energy vampires in any way, shape, or form, especially narcissists or covert narcissistic type of personalities, suck on their energy field by keep on going for the triggers and letting yourself be triggered. Because believe me, I've done a PhD in that. And I'm just finalizing it. Literally, right now. Like, I'm so done with that shit. Like, really. And I hope you are too, because this is the end of the feeding frenzy. This is the only way we can have a fully sovereign field. I mean, you know, it's well on our way, but we also need to do our thing. Like, you cannot, New Earth is full self-responsibility and accountability. You cannot give this is not happening to anyone else. This is your reality. There's only one of us here. You know, it's okay to say, hey, this is not all right, but not like from, you know, it's like you need to believe, you need to make it happen. You choose your belief systems, you choose your realities. I'm just trying to bring across a new way of thinking and perceiving reality, which really is the key to everything, because I do know what I'm holding here, but I don't have to prove myself. Okay. Definitely not anymore. I'm past that now. So we're done. So time is up. We have arrived at the end, which is our new beginning. So this is it. We're going back to see what went wrong to get us into this fallen state. And you have the chance now to correct it or not. It's really obvious as the truth arises from within us all as one. It's one cosmic consciousness. There's only one mind. A cosmic mind, and it's been fully reset. The cosmic womb and mother line has been fully healed and is ready to rebirth all of creation as one. Again, it has already happened at higher dimensional level. As all merges, it becomes a physical reality. And yeah, I thought we would be done right now and be on heaven on earth. I've done everything I can say by a truthful heart to make it happen. Okay? So it's all about everybody right now taking full responsibility and doing what their heart and their intuition is telling you, because all of the interference, all of the obstacles have been fully removed, and it's really up to us now to fully rise and reclaim our power. Okay, it's one thing to blame, it's another thing to point out when something is not right. It's different energies. Again, it's energy. It doesn't matter which words you use. Nobody cares. The imposters, false light, they are the brilliant, they are masters at saying the right thing, making it all look and sound perfect. But, you know, the energy behind it is reversed. It's inversed. If you pay attention, you can feel and see and hear and, you know, notice it. So you need to become an expert at reading energy beyond the words, because you also need to see with the whole false light thing, you need to also, like, we all have fallen aspects, okay? So whenever we point a finger, you know, there are 5 pointing back. That's why I don't do lists. I don't do point people out unless I'm very seldomly called, more on a one-to-one basis. But anyway, but ultimately, you know, it's those aspects. It's like, and you can have discernment, but judgment, again, you need to check with yourself. It's between you and God, your own knowing. Are you in judgment? Are you coming from the frequency of judgment? You know, what is the feeling? Never mind what words you use. Because again, the false light is all about lies, manipulation, inversions of the truth. So you need to be your true self, no matter what it means or costs you, because it's between you and source. You can't cheat yourself. You can't lie to yourself anymore. It's just not happening anymore. It's just all being resolved from within the one mind and the one consciousness. As the cosmic heart mind fully ignites as one, which again is down to the twin flames, the original twin flames, which the group is all about, and also the call tomorrow. It's all interlinked, okay? I mean, it's really beyond words. Either people feel called to, you know, me and my work and want to support me also back. And I know I've increased the price on the call. Before it was like around 12 or 13 euros to group calls. But I know I've been also, you know, I've been really giving my work away and underselling it, because I know people are generally, you know, either don't want to pay, they want everything for free, you know, but then it's also valued less. So we need to strike a middle point, and that's what's shown to me as a middle point. And I still make it available to people, just like the course, you know, giving scholarships away for free to give everybody fair choice. So I really strike, I think, a perfect balance between all things. And because I don't like people who ask for thousands or 1,000 euros for, or whatever, dollars for a session or a course, or thousands, you know, whatever. Like, it needs to be somewhere in balance, not like lawyers asking for extraordinary amount of money. You know, there needs to be a balance. Yes, some of the work, I know, like soul growth, expansion work, is the thing you take with you. This is what makes you a saint. This is what everything is about. All this physical shit literally means ultimately nothing. You know? Especially now. So anyway, so below also the links are for if you would like to donate back, and then my work has helped you. I very much appreciate any energetic exchange back, because New Earth is all about reciprocity. And it's also what needs to happen in groups. And New Earth is all about working in groups. Okay, so details if you want to join tomorrow's calls are beneath, or the group. Just read the description, please, fully. It's not too long, I think, this time. So basically, and what I've been shown, and as I explained in my last video, it was all about the end of waiting. You know, we've been basically fully collapsing all these foreign timelines fully throughout March. So energetically, they're fully collapsed and they're just dissolving in the field. And whatever I share is what is coming in, and everybody experiences that in their own divine timing. The same as not everybody's feeling the same any one moment or day. We all keep holding the balance together, and everybody's at slightly different frequency bandwidths, aka time. That's all that time is. So you need to transcend time and the idea of asking a question when it's going to happen. Although it's okay to feel impatient and, you know, feel all this, but you get me. You need to keep coming back to timelessness. This is the 0 point field where you create heaven on earth from within your sacred crystal heart, fully opening, fully at one with your multidimensional eternal self who cannot die and who has never been born. At one with everything, at one with source. And then you know yourself as the creator, and you just get busy. And now we're getting busy because we've collected all of our pieces. We have basically heart, mind in order, the forerunners in balance, in harmony, masculine, feminine, the inner child, the Holy Trinity, the Holy Grail, fully rebirthing right now, through the forerunners, through the gray lines, basically calling in the cosmic reunion. And that's what I'm doing with the group, especially, and the call tomorrow, merging all the dimensions, literally physicalizing the cosmic reunion. and we do loads of alchemical work. And any moment now, and maybe even before the call, we're already in heaven on earth. Again, it's already happened any moment now. There is no freaking time. So you have to merge with that reality right now, and it's coming in really big. Ever since I did my last video, I'm merging multidimensional realities 24/7 right now. Now, I don't even need to do meditation anymore. I'm just constantly doing it, even if I'm walking or doing something else. It just all fully integrated and merging, fully completing, quantum completing. This is all about consciousness. Never mind about your reality. That's the result. That comes last. Any freaking moment now. And yes, I have expressed my frustration. I'm very honest about all of this, but then it's also not right anyway, although it is. Because everything goes here. It's your judgment of it. It's up to you what you make out of every situation, and usually breakdowns precede breakthroughs. As I told in my last video, I had basically a breakdown. And then, wow. So after that, on Friday, oh my God, the love wave, the high frequencies, just so amazing. All right. And just my heart felt just like this massive open Stargate, and just so high, so full of love. It was just beautiful. So we're already dancing, especially the participants of the group, but also the call tomorrow, multidimensionally, the cosmic reunion. We're dancing already. Okay, that's what I can see. And physically merge with that. Again, merge your physical reality with where New Earth is. So what I'm doing with the group, for example, is what I'm shown anyway I'm going to do in New Earth, which is bring back, and I've already shared this over the last year or so, that I'm here to bring back the original tribes, to heal the split within the scenes, within the founder races, okay, to heal the rift, the fragmentation within the one consciousness. That's what I'm here for, to reunify and activate the cosmic monad, because again, I'm carrying this as a core fractal within my blueprint together with my divine masculine child. So the group is basically 27 people, 24 places of them I'm offering. So one is me. One would be my divine masculine, which the place is open for, if he would contact me. So anyway, and the other one is for my co-pilot and goddess, Angel Buddha. I hope I'm pronouncing the surname even correctly. Anyway, she's a trusted friend and has been on my other group calls. Some may know her. So anyway, so she's co-piloting this with me at the moment. So these are the 3, okay? And then we have 24, which is basically the core monad of the 12, cosmic monad times 2, because it's 12 core original twin flames. So we are the placeholders for the original twin flames, tribes, founder races, race, guardians, okay, that have seeded humanity at a consciousness level. So we will be acting as vessels, as clear channels, as clear as we can, to bring forth the cosmic history records and ancient gnosis knowledge. So this is not about me just teaching and sharing, but also I want to hear what you have to share and what's coming in. And as soon as you sign up and that's confirmed, you should be receiving some interesting downloads and activations happening. This is going to be a very powerful container. I take my work very seriously. I want you to take it seriously. I want people who want to take part to be all in, to really believe in me and my work and what I'm here to do, what I'm speaking about, that are interested in bringing forth the wisdom, not just getting support, but also sharing it then. Yeah. So no matter what you do now, where do you see yourself on New Earth? Yeah, and it doesn't matter who we share it with ultimately, okay? We're always speaking to the one, but you get me. It's ultimately the consciousness you're emitting, and we're sending this out to the field. This is going to be a very powerful miracle, quantum activation and manifestation container. It's already there, okay? And this is calling forth and merging the multidimensional realities, or it's at least helping a lot, and activating, literally physicalizing our cosmic reunion, because this is us being kind of like role-playing the cosmic reunion. We're all placeholders. Think about spirit. We're all just vessels for spirit to move in and out of through lifetimes. You know, obviously our own individual consciousness, but which is many layers and levels to that. Okay. And then you join loads more consciousness, higher, bigger fields. It's beyond individual self we're seeing here, okay? That's just such a tiny fractal of you, and that's what you need to remember, especially right now. And we are. So it's happening anyway, all right? So if you want to take part in a group or a call, check out the details below. It's going to be super powerful, merging these realities and literally calling for our cosmic reunion, balancing, harmonizing, unifying in Hiragamic union, the divine masculine, feminine, divine inner child, and bringing this all online. Okay. And there's been a lot going on between the twin flames. So on Friday, super high love frequencies in the field. And then today, definitely Saturday, a lot more clearing. Again, it's always expansion, contraction, but now it's like, it's really easy to deal with that because it's gotten just so much lighter. So I can feel so much as you cut out the parasites and anyone that doesn't make you feel good, any situation that doesn't make you feel good and is draining you of energy and your sacred life force. Look out for your feelings, cut that out now. That's how your life force energy returns. That's your abundance. You sharing your gifts and abilities is your abundance. Like I've been waiting all this time, again, sharing freely as I was guided. And then I was shown on Tuesday to, fully bring this forth because it just wasn't time. We haven't been able to work in groups. Like I don't usually do groups and I don't do groupie things. I don't want, again, I want everybody to be totally self-sovereign, their own sovereign self, because this is all what my work is about, okay? To empower everyone and just to remind them of their own power. I don't want followers. I don't like, it's all, the whole thing about fame is such an inversion. It's like people are just either projecting what they want to see within themselves or what they're missing or think they're missing because it's that's in itself an untruth within themselves. Okay. Or what they would like to be. And then anyway, you get me. It's all just a projection. Otherwise, you're just like, you see everybody as an equal. You can see someone as inspiring, but you're not like, awestruck or feel, like you're making that guru that way. And again, a guru is all ultimately about you embodying cosmic consciousness. You're not there to be the teacher and handheld everyone and tell everybody what to do, when to do, and what's going on or not. Okay. We're here to bring in a higher consciousness. That's what we're all here to do. Cosmic consciousness, nothing less. God source consciousness. Okay. So we're more unifying all as one. And we're really doing this now 24/7. So whatever you're doing, you don't need to, it's all merging as one. So you can fully see already the higher realities or sense them, however that's being perceived by you if you tune in all around you all the time, unless we go for the distractions. And that's really what we need to cut out and really merge now these realities. So this, call this group, for example, so the call is also part of that, is all about, again, calling in a cosmic reunion, but also merging these dimensions. So what I'm doing now, yes, this will happen in the new earth. So many people right now are being called to offer groups, okay? And because that's all what new earth is about, us coming together in groups. So whether we do this online or whether any moment now we do this together, wherever we're going to sit around, okay, or together, and we can basically teleport ourselves from one place to the next and have coffees or whatever we're going to consume or not, do together and have fun. Freely, God sovereign free, fully realized as our diamond avatar self. All of our superpowers, gifts, abilities ignited, but only if you truly believe in yourself and stop giving your power away and blaming stuff outside of you for why is it not happening yet, for example. So calling all of our power back, all of our consciousness, making the unconscious conscious as we keep sitting with it and resolving it from within. But also, whatever happens, needs to happen, and it's all fine. So just stop judging, stop resisting. It's all good. And when you feel resistance or tension, just go deeper into it, okay? And pause before you react. And non-reacting right now is very important, especially with people who, again, trying to suck your energy and trying to get a reaction out of you or trying to almost harass you or whatever, okay? And keep repeating the same thing over and over again. So you don't owe anyone an explanation when you know your truth and they're not coming from the right energy and are really just trying to kind of poke you, okay? So don't fall for this anymore. Let them deal with it themselves. That's how you teach them self-responsibility and accountability. We're not picking up anymore the stuff of other people. That's us basically clearing the field and bringing in divine justice and order by us saying, no, this is not okay. Okay. So while it's okay at a higher level, it's both ends. You get me? Everything is what it's supposed to be. Everything is perfect. Everybody's resolving whatever they need to resolve. But ultimately, it's happening at higher level beyond the words spoken because it's getting lost in translation and people then use words, twist them around and all of that stuff. So we're not here for that anymore. All right. So in every moment, you have the choice to rise or fall in consciousness. Are you going to take on a challenge? Are you going to be like, oh, again, and like, this is never happening? You need to check your thoughts and belief systems. Your belief systems are creating your reality. Nobody's doing this for you. You are responsible for your realities. Instead of waiting for someone to save you, you are here to be your own hero. Write your own heroic story. Your highest probability, heroic probability. Write it right now. Any moment, in every now moment, there's just now, you have the chance to fully just, people just, like anyone who's suddenly awakened from one moment to the next, everything changes. And that's what's happening now at collective level. So you don't need to worry about convincing anyone, trying to make them see, it's just being resolved within the field. As you are fully convinced and secure within your own perception of what's really going on, you're good. You don't need to convince anyone, And what anybody says to you, as long as it's not true for you anymore, it's not going to hurt you. But it might irritate you if people keep going at you because, again, this is something that has happened to me and keeps happening to me. And yeah, I'm done with it. Own your shit. So there's no false hope, just false belief systems that create false realities. You own your reality. Okay? So believe, you choose to believe or not believe or what you want to believe in. Although we're all really just playing roles here. It's both ends. But we want to become fully conscious co-creators unless you want to just, go with some old program that's fully been deleted right now and it's running its course. That's why there's a lot of confusion as the reversals and inversions within a consciousness come up. It's a confusion coming up. Just note for what it is and you bring order into it. And as you want to see what is really true and empty yourself of any preconceived ideas, opinions, belief systems, your false ego self, and let yourself be fulfilled by Source, by the Holy Spirit, and then you can see truth clearly. And then you have true discernment and true divine judgment and see with crystal clarity. It's the only way. So it's between you and God. You don't need to convince me or me to tell you or anything, It's, again, I'm just sharing what I'm guided to share. If it helps you, I'm happy about that. That's my gift to you. And if not, you might not want to watch it anymore. So believe in yourself, believe in miracles. Your beliefs create your realities and they're your responsibility. And this is the end of waiting. This is the end of disempowerment. And it's us fulfilling God's plan. It's not just happening by sitting there and watching videos, reading posts, and I don't know what, there is so much to it. And yes, some of us, we don't do a normal job, but it's like, what are you doing in order to raise the frequency of the consciousness? It's basically you raising your own frequency and you healing yourself and stop projecting it onto others. And a lot of us healers do this unconsciously for a long time, because we know we have this fixing problem. We want to fix everyone, but it's ultimately we want to fix parts of ourselves. We just go deeper. And it's all perfect. But now it's the end, we're stopping all these reversals. And once we healed ourselves, as we have, it's again, we are healed. Merge with that. Quantum merge with your already healed self. Allow Source to fully heal you. Fully surrender your ego self opinions, any fears, worries, doubts, you fearing you're not ascending or getting stuck in 3D. Just surrender to Source, okay? Nobody's left behind. It's all good. All right. If you have a good heart, even if your mind is a little bit, because the thing is, a lot of people, especially in the spiritual and religious community, they just have a lot of interference and reversals running in their field, especially if you have taken part in a lot of activations, programs connected, to a lot of spiritual work from other people and kept giving your power away instead of feeling yourself and trusting your own intuition. Okay. So that's what's clearing with people right now. So just know it for what it is. Okay. The best thing you can do, when I realized that so much fuckery was going on and it was very much interfered with by one specific person, teacher sort of thing. I took just 2 weeks full internet break and just had to clear my freaking mind of outside influences, And once you just keep, I was always really good generally to read through things and take what resonates, leave the rest. So again, don't make it personal. Even if, I've shared things before like graphics or memes of people before that I know, uh, have some false light distortions running in their field, for lack of a better word right now, are compromised, okay, whether knowingly or unknowingly. And because I also separate the message from the messenger. If something is relevant in that moment, because I also don't spend time with everything I share going through everyone's, full body of work and then observe and decide whether they're like, knowingly teaching false light kind of religious spiritual teachings or not. Okay, you get me. So it's not for me to really judge in that sense, unless I really, something is being highlighted to me and I have to deal with. But otherwise, we just need to see everybody carries some truth. You need to separate the message from the messenger. That's why it's important to take what resonates, leave the rest, and stop demonizing. Okay, especially teachers, gurus out there, even if you know they're being knowingly misleading and are not up to any good. Okay, you really need to integrate and merge with those aspects yourself and neutralize it where you have discernment, yes, but you just don't judge it anymore. Okay, and only you know whether that is true or not. It's a feeling, we can't lie to ourselves. Again, it's between you and God. It's the same that if you want to ascend, you need to go through the full bardo process, which basically is you owning up and facing everything you've ever done. Full responsibility. So you need to face it, you can't bypass it. You can't say, oh yeah, it just, everything happens the way it's supposed to. No, you need to, if you've done something wrong, you need to feel the remorse. You need to purge that energy from your field. That's you clearing those reversals, inversions that are like kind of lower codings in your DNA and divine blueprint through your consciousness. You need to feel it. You can't bypass this. Redemption is not a joke. That's what the dark night of the soul is about. But it's not about I'm such a terrible person. It's just you need to know, you need to feel, like where you've gone wrong. And we need to now do this all the time. That's what I'm doing on a daily basis. It's like, again, we do get things wrong or, need to fine tune here and there. But I know overall I'm pretty much on the money. Like otherwise, again, I wouldn't be sharing what I'm sharing. Okay. So, but I'm not arrogant about it. I really am not. If it comes across, again, it's not my issue. Now, it's time for us to fulfill God's plan as you know yourself as God, and you make the magic happen. Right now, it's really all about empowerment, merging the dimensions. What are you being shown by Source? If you cleared all the other nonsense, empty yourself, Source will show you what your job is, what your purpose is. And this is not material stuff. Nobody cares about this crap. This is about your soul worth, your frequency, especially the masculines right now, okay? Who've let go of everything. Nobody cares about anything material. It's all about who you are being and realizing that spiritual worth, okay, of your gifts and abilities. And that's your frequency. That's your embodiment of truth, of the new true divine masculine. And I mean, I can't explain it. I would like my divine masculine to sit here and explain if he would want to anyway, but you get me. So it's just like, and yeah, so the twin flames, there's a lot going on. So very hot love energies yesterday. And I know I've talked to a couple of people and basically said we can very much feel, the masculine's present. And this is also merged dimensions. Like, for example, as I was getting ready for the video, I was kind of listening to music and kind of singing, songs. And I'm going to actually leave a couple of links below for the twin flames or, those that feel want to get activated in their heart a little bit and their romantic inclinations. Anyway, so I was singing, kind of lip sing or, a little bit as well. Anyway, towards the camera, so I was getting ready whilst I was looking at his picture. And it's kind of like imagining as if we would be, together. Because I really can feel all the distortions, all the fears, all what has kept us apart, which are really insecurities, okay, our traumas, and all the karmic stuff. I mean, again, the twin flames serve such a huge role. And I know especially my masculine has so much pressure on him. And I can only even grasp what he's been through, especially over the last few months. And I mean, I'm kind of used to all of this BS by now, but I know for him it's been very intense. And for the masculine in general, okay, they just, again, have a lot more codes to retrieve. And many of them have pulled back, okay, and many people in general, just to clear out their consciousness of what they're actually here to share. What is their truth? You know, that's the throat chakra clearing. So, and first of all the other stuff needs to be in line. That's kind of the last thing, okay? I did also for many years, I did kind of free counseling and support until I, then started kind of offering for, little amount of money, sessions or light language activations. And then I started to charge a bit more for it, but it was never enough sessions anyway. I knew that I was never here to do really the one-on-one work. I was always guided to do more the group work. Because I've always been shown again what I'm doing now and holding with this containers, opening the kind of these new types of groups, like a new blueprint for us to run rainbow rounds, frequencies, the higher consciousness through the fields, and finding ways of how we can share it and raise the frequency of the consciousness together. And it will be a very lively, multidimensional, growing container. And I know as we anchor this will become available in the field, so other people will just pick up on it. And people in the group can also replicate, their own version of it, whatever. Everybody is, again, free. That's why I don't usually do groups, because it's this group think or group pressure, and people just hadn't been able to behave themselves so far, okay? So I'm so happy we're here now, because I know there are some really great people so far in the group. So far, all women as well. Now, there was only one masculine asking for, one of the scholarship prizes, places, and otherwise crickets. So I don't know, even if it's just the feminines, maybe we're calling in our masculines in etherically, they'll pop up next to us. Anyway, if, the individual themselves, that's something they have manifested and created for themselves. So again, me doing a monthly group, the monthly is just a container. As we're still talking in words and using, I need to set a parameter for the container, a framework, okay? And they're just very loose. And it's called April, that's all there is. But again, there is ultimately no time, but we still, it's coordinates. But I see us doing this on New Earth, us doing this physically instead of online. And it's going to be so much fun when we just come together and talk and exchange our gifts, abilities, our wisdom and gnosis. That's all I really want. And it's going to be awesome. I've done similar things before, and I know I'm here to do this. And I know I'm a really good person to do this. So again, those who feel called will. And I hope also, again, many can replicate this in, their own way. Which is why I'm sharing this, it's a very simple template in a way. So anyway, and yeah. So it takes a lot of, an immense amount of strength, energy, and focus and awareness right now to navigate through all the reversals and inversions of the consciousness clearing. So just know what's going on, just stand in your power without resisting or judging it. And if you do, it's fine also. You just keep going deeper into it. It's all being cleared and resolved by itself, ultimately. The less you can fight it, the easier it gets. Okay, and you just have to face it all in order to go through this Bardo process. Otherwise, you need to do it kind of after leaving your body. One way or another, we all get there, don't you worry. So we have to see where people or situations are draining our life force. Claim all of your energy back is absolutely key right now. Where's stuff training you? Don't feed it anymore. Be very resolute with this, okay? No more fudging around. And you're really giving a gift to them as well, because that's how they learn, all right? It's boundaries. And it's always been a challenge for me. So I'm getting better and better at it. So I'm really just here for people that truly appreciate what I'm offering and sharing from my heart. If you appreciate it, great. If not, again, please just let me get on with it. And it's all about, and I would apply this to anything, all right? It's all about reciprocity and balancing the energies right now of give and take. And that's also why I'm taking a lot of my work to the group. And I will also keep doing one open group call separately a month or, we'll meet wherever. I will, I've also been shown anyway to travel and do this in other places all over the world. you know, to just come together, to share our gifts and abilities. I don't just want to speak, I want to hear yours as well. And together we are activating one another's remembrance, gifts, abilities. We expand our consciousness. Okay. That's what I live for. And I know I've been talking a lot, but I just haven't been able to interact with many people because whenever I do, you know, a lot of interference has happened on one level or another. So, and again, we've all been dealing with it. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just calling it what it is. Okay. And that's just what it's been. Call a spade a spade. I don't pretend false positivity is literally toxicity. It breeds toxicity.